today's video I'm gonna try to survive 100 days in Project Zomboid. If you don't know anything about Project Zomboid, Project Zomboid is an isometric, realistic, hardcore survival game. How realistic and hardcore? Well, here's an example. You try to break into this house to get some loot, right? But the window's locked, so what do? You smash the window, right? What do you do next? You climb in? Wrong answer, you forgot to remove the glasses, now you scratched your hand and you're bleeding. So you need to patch up. This is how realistic the game is. So, let's give it a go. Day 1. I spawned in a house, looked around for loot, went upstairs, found a carpentry level 1 and took it. In the bathroom I found some medical supplies. In the bedroom I got super lucky and found a big hiking bag and a fanny pack. Transformed some of my loot to my bag and took a foraging book and a pen. Went downstairs and found a red pen, so I swapped it with the black one. Drank some water from the toilet sink, checked my map and set out. I started walking towards my neighbor house, jumped over fence and saw my first zombies. I attracted the closest one attention, got him close to me, I pushed him over and stomped him to his death. Or second death, I guess. I checked his inventory, took his digital watch and ripped his clothing so I can use them as a bandage later on. Went to my neighbor's house, checked the door but the door was locked, so I used the window to get in. I went over to the window to remove the curtains but got jump scared by a zombie. So I opened the window for him to get in and took care of him. I went to the kitchen, got some sodas, got some food, found a frying pan to use as a weapon, and I ate broccoli so I wouldn't feel hungry. In the bathroom I found a tweezer, which is good for removing glass from your hands and stuff like that. I went upstairs and found a sewing kit, which is useful for patching up your clothing so you don't get bitten. I went downstairs, removed this curtain from this window, and got outside. Outside I saw a zombie in a medical coat, so I took care of him. But he had nothing of use. Took care of another zombie. Then I took her glasses and found a Louisville map on her. Afterwards I took care of 2 more zombies and got myself a new pair of shoes. I jumped over the fence, saw a horde of zombies, so I went the opposite direction. Unfortunately for me, some zombies saw me, so I had to fight them. Saw a good jacket on this zombie, but I couldn't take it because I didn't have time. As I was fighting more zombies, I got hurt, but unfortunately I didn't get bitten. After being overrun, I ran to the back of the building, opened the window and jumped in. I closed the curtains so the zombies wouldn't see me. As I was taking medical supplies, the zombies broke the glass. The zombies started to get in one by one, so I took care of them. I went to the next room and found some supplies and got super lucky and found a vest. I took care of another zombie and the one behind the door. In the bathroom I drank some water and cleaned my bandages. I went upstairs and found a zombie in the bathroom, so I killed it. I tried to multitask by disinfecting my wound and cooking my lunch at the same time, but failed miserably and burnt my food. So I ate some tomatoes instead. I marked the medical center as my house and set out to explore. I went to the zombie that I previously killed and took his ranger jacket. Went to the neighboring house, got some supplies, washed myself, washed all my clothing, checked the car and went to the next house. In the next house, not much loot, but found a zombie, so I took it down. In the neighboring house, took care of a zombie, got in using the window, and found an umbrella to use as a weapon. I didn't know how effective was the umbrella, but I soon got my answer. I continued my search into the next house, got in using the window, found some carrots and ate it. In the bedroom I found some red pants and wore it. I went to my base, depoted my loot and put some curtains up. I managed my loots a bit and afterwards I went to bed. Day 2. I woke up 6:20 AM, went downstairs to begin my journey of taking everything of use in the nearby grocery store. So I started heading there. Got to the grocery store and took everything I could and tried to pick this popsicle fridge up, but I think I did something wrong. I went to base and depoted my loot. While figuring out how the popsicle fridge works, I accidentally broke my window. My next goal was to go to the neighboring houses and take every loot I can find. In my way I saw my first obstacle and I took care of it. Got to the first house and found a pistol with no ammo. I drank some water, took some food, found a magazine, and then marked the house done and moved on to the next house. In the next house shed, I think it's called a shed, I found a hammer, a saw, and a box of screws. Because the shed had some metalworking material, I marked it on the map, so if I needed the material I could come back. Got to the house using the window, I took some food, and in the next room I found a hammer, duct tape, and you can call me Gordon Freeman, because I found a crowbar. Upstairs, I found this duffel bag, so I equipped it in my secondary so I can hold more loot. In the house, I found a key for a car, so I thought to myself that I would take the car to my base. Since I was already at my base, I depoted my loot. Afterwards, I went downstairs, saw a zombie in my yard, so I killed it. I took the empty gas can from back of the car to get gas. I had to quickly restart the game, but after launching the game, I realized that my mod list was turned off. Instead of looking like a cool dude, I looked like an old dude with no pants. So I restarted the game again, turned my mods on back again, but unfortunately had lost my pants and some of my loot. Went to the first dead zombie I could find and took its pants. Saw a zombie and I thought to myself, why not try out my crowbar on it? Next up, I went to this burnt house, took some loot and marked it down on the map. In the next house, I killed a zombie in the kitchen, took the steak and the sausage and the packaged corn from the fridge and set up to the next house. After I got to the next house, I remembered that I didn't mark the previous house on the map, so I did. I found some books, went upstairs, took some loot there and marked the house done. Saw this zombie, killed it, and took his hat, thinking that it would make me look cool and more young, but it did the opposite and I look creepy now. But I went with it. In the next house's shed, I found a garden saw and a box of screws. Found the safety goggles and put it on. Took care of a zombie. Marked the shed. Took some food. Then my addiction stopped downloading. Went outside, took care of 2 zombies, but the third one joined and I got hurt, but fortunately not bitten. Went back and took revenge. And took this hat which looked way better on me. I went back to base, depoted my loot and went to bed. Day 3. Day 3 I woke up 8 in the morning and set out to start my journey. There were some zombies nearby, so I shouted to get their attention. And yet again got hurt in the process, but fortunately for me, yet again it was just a scratch, not a bite wound. After I took care of my wound, I set out north to explore. Saw a horde of zombies and a zombie in a questionable costume. Nearly all the zombies in the horde saw me, so I ran away. I jumped over the fence, but forgot how realistic the game was, so I dropped my duffel bag. Saw another horde of zombies, tried to get into this house, but yeah, so I ran away as fast as I could. Since north was super unlucky for me, I thought I was better off going south. In my way, I went to this house and filled my bottle. Took care of 2 zombies. Jumped over the fence. Went to this house, ate a corn and took some food. Found another crowbar and afterwards I marked the house done. Went to the next house, took some loot and marked it done. On my way to the next house, I took care of 2 more zombies. Took some loot and took care of this zombie in the house. And some leather gloves. Now you can really call me Gordon Freeman because I found my 3rd crowbar. Marked the house done. Afterwards I got the attention of 2 zombies, took care of them. I found this leather coat on one of the zombies. Killed the 3rd zombie. And moved on. Got into this house using the window and found my 4th crowbar. The house had some material on it, so I marked it on the map. I found this church and went to look. Found a car battery in great condition in the back of this car, so I marked it on the map. I got into the church using the window, took care of a zombie in this room, then got outside the church using the window. Got to this structure, ate a canned chili and some chips, and I began the long walk home. On the way I took care of 2 zombies and got to my base safely. I depoted my loot, read a book and went to sleep to finish my day. Day 4. I woke up 6 in the morning and I set out west. Saw a horde of zombies and ignored it. Killed 2 zombies and a 3rd and a 4th. I sneaked past the horde of zombies and found this industrial building. I tried to go outside but a horde of zombies came in. I tripped 2 times but still got outside. I went to this building to try to break line of sight with the zombies. I went to the dense trees to try to lose the zombies. I went to this house to take shelter and took care of this zombie trying to get in. I set out but a bunch of zombies started following me. I jumped over the fence to this warehouse, fought 3 zombies, but afterwards a horde of zombies started following me. After seconds I found myself surrounded with zombies. I went around the building to break line of sight and killed 3 zombies. I took out a bunch of zombies and sat down to take a break. And I thought to myself, this is a dangerous place, but with danger comes loot, so I said I would give it a try. I started to clear zombies one by one. I started to pry open the garage door open to get some loot. And in this box I found a vest and a steel helmet. My efforts was starting to pay off. Took care of some more zombies and found more good loot. Took care of a bunch more zombies. And afterwards I took a break and ate some food. Killed a bunch more zombies and leveled up my sneaking. Took a break and took care of my wound. I distracted a bunch of zombies and took care of them one by one. I lit dozens of zombies the backside so I can go loot the other side. I found a machete in this box. While fighting more zombies I got hurt, but Lady Luck is on my side because I didn't get bitten again. I got the attention of all the zombies I could see and led them back to the back side of the building. As I was doing this, I was bleeding to death, so I quickly grabbed the sock from a dead zombie and ripped it so I could use it as a bandage. I got to this house and found a face mask and encountered a bunch of zombies, so I ran away. I was extremely tired from all the killing, so I took shelter in this house and went to bed. Day 5. Day 5 I woke up, took some painkillers to soothe my pain, tended to my wounds, ate a whole pot of soup and found a really cool mask, and afterwards I set out. On my way I encountered 3 zombies and took care of them. I got military pants and a large backpack from one of the zombies, which is very useful. Went to this food market and ate some carrots. The zombie broke the glass, I panicked and jumped out and then had a deep wound on my right hand. I ran away to safety and took care of my wound and then set out. Jumped over the fence to some railroads and started walking back home and made it back home safely. Then I disinfected my wound and then stitched it up. Took a break, took a bath and then set out to find some gas and some more loot. Took care of 2 zombies. Got unlucky and couldn't find any gas. Tried to fight some zombies but got hurt. But as always, Lady Luck was on my side and didn't get bitten. After being unlucky with the gas, I set out to this industrial site I saw to find some more loot. I tried to get in, but I was extremely tired. I retreated to go back tomorrow. Took shelter in this house for the night and went to sleep. Day 6. Day 6 I woke up 6 AM, ate some canned beans and set out to get some loot. Was I being greedy? Maybe. But some good loot would be worth it. I jumped over the fence to the industrial site and wouldn't you know it, I found some very good loot. Took care of 2 zombies and then a 3rd one. I pried the garage door open, found a Metalwork Volume 1 and a Carpentry Volume 2. Me being greedy was paying off. Checked this room, got outside and got hurt. But as always, probably didn't get bitten. I took care of a zombie, went inside this room and oh no, I was bitten. I just stood there bleeding to death. I didn't know what to do. I bandaged up and just started running. To where? I don't know. I just ran. I ran until I made it home, somewhere safe. I just stood there wondering if this actually happened. And then I took some sleeping pills to go to bed early. Maybe this was all a dream. And then went to bed. Day 7. Day 7 I woke up and sat and realized this was not a dream. The symptoms were setting in and I was gonna become a zombie. I went to my bedroom, took everything off, and then went to the bathroom to clean myself. I sat there reading a book and thinking to myself, what if I didn't get greedy for loot? Maybe I would be alive then. I wouldn't get bitten. I blamed it all on the apocalypse. If the apocalypse wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't get hurt. But as I started to think more, I realized, apocalypse or not, I would have died anyways. Of old age, from a car wreck, from some sort of sickness, or just going to bed and not waking up in the next morning. So I said to myself, it was all worth it. The highs, the lows, the moments I had, the memories, I would do anything to live them all over again. So, feeling satisfied and being at mental peace, I stood up and looked outside. It was already night. I went outside and walked for a bit in complete silence. Saw some zombies and I accepted my fate with open arms. and let it all land.